Good morning, this is Brian, and I'm just making a short video showing you how to use ExamView to create or to edit tests. Double click on your desktop on the folder called District Shortcuts. Go to Applications, Social Science, and ExamView Social Science. When this loads, it will let you create a new test using a wizard. In this one, it will let you pick a certain number of questions of various kinds. I don't like using it because you can't pre-select questions. For example, if there were 25 available multiple choice questions, you could say, give me 15, and it will choose them randomly, or you can select by difficulty, but you can't preview them first. Open an existing test here. In fact, this is the only way to open a test that is created by ExamView. So if you have an ExamView file and you're clicking on it and it won't open, it doesn't recognize a program, it's because you have to come here and open it using this icon. And once you do that, you just double click on it and you navigate through your folders to the place where you saved it. And I highly recommend saving it onto your server drive, your H drive, or your school computer hard drive, rather than saving it in the spot that is default. And I'll show that to you here in a second. So I'm going to cancel this and exit out and start again. So I'm going to generate a new test from scratch so you can see how that looks. I'm going to double click here and give it a title. And click OK. And here it's giving you some information you can look at your leisure. Click OK. This is how I do this. I go up to Select while viewing. And what you need to do is to find your tests. So to do this, I'm going to go up a level here. Prentice Hall, ExamView, and choose Classes, which gave me nothing, so I've done something wrong. Banks, perhaps. There it is. So instead of Classes, I should have chosen Banks here. Double click, and now it's a matter of finding your textbook. Ours are all PH. So here's PH Economics. We will find down here PH US History, PH World History. I'm going to look for the Magruder's Math. And I'm going to choose chapters 10, 11, and 12 because I want to select questions from each chapter. Once you've done this, you have your chapters that you want. It tells me there's 3 banks, 3 chapter banks of questions, and 156 total available. I'm going to click Next. And here are all the questions that are available. If I want all of the questions from chapter 10, I could click that button. If I want all of the matching, I can click that button. If I want individual sets, I do that, or individual questions. And notice that the answer key is included. So I'm going down to the multiple choice. I'm going to select a few of these. if I wanted to, I can go all the way down and just select those, or I can choose interpreting political cartoons or essay questions. Find the ones you like and click them. I'm going to pause this as I go through and choose my questions. So I've selected a total of 15 questions. It shows me down here on the right how many I've chosen from this chapter. And I know which ones I selected because when I highlight them, it gets this little, or when I click on them, it leaves a little check mark behind. So now I'm going to select questions from chapter 11. I do that by clicking here and moving down to 11. And you can see it looks very similar, except it's chapter 11 at the top. I'm going to go down and I'm going to select some multiple choice questions for this test. I'm going to pause here and I'll be right back. So you can see here that I've selected another 14 questions, and I'm going to go on now and select questions from chapter 12. I'm going to pause here again. So you can see I've completed this test. I have 43 questions from 3 different chapters, and I'm going to click Finish now. Now I have a test that's ready to go. I can do a couple things. I can edit it up here. I like to do that. Test, layout. I like to put a little extra spacing between each question just to give a little more space. I can scroll down and see how it's going to look. And you'll notice at the end there's an answer sheet. Okay, it even is associated with objectives. I'm not sure what these objectives are. I think that they're the old standards and benchmarks. So I'm going to go back to the top here. There are a couple things. I can obviously can save this test, and again I would save it to a place that you're comfortable with finding. I'm going to put it in my government folder before I do anything else to mess it up. And I'm going to put it in chapter 12, and there's already one, so I'm going to call this the new Government Congress Unit Test 2014. And I'm going to click Save. I can print this and then make copies of it. I can also make this into a Word document. So I'm just going to look here for a second. I haven't done that in a while. The way you do that is you edit, copy entire test, and then you could go paste that into a Word document. The only problem with that is that if any changes you make to it are dynamic. So if you make changes to a question, the answer key won't change. I like keeping it here. I can open this test at any time. I can edit one of these questions just by double clicking on it. So I can change the answer or change the prompt or any of the foils. I can even add notes here if I wanted. So it's a pretty useful thing. You have to save it and access it as an ExamView document. That's all there is to it. Hope this was helpful.